Beads, baubles, and jewels. Education, inspiration, and expression. Artist and author Lisa Pavelka is here, and she is going to show us the Y necklace.
That's right.
Now, that's the necklace that we're going to be making right over there, correct?
That's the exact necklace we're
now,
showing
what's the origin of the Y necklace?
Well, Y necklaces were wildly popular at the turn of the century and well into the 1920s, and of course everything old
is new again, as you can see.
Right.
In fashions and jewelry and everything.
Yes.
There's so many different types of Y necklaces.
There are. It's a wonderful project because there's just endless variety to what you can create with it.
Well, let's get started.
Okay. Well, what we're working with today, let's talk about the components first. The necklace that we're making is made with the sea opal and sodalite, and we're complementing that with the Hill Tribe silver components. And you can see I've got a little bit of a theme running here, a little bit of an oceanic theme.
Okay.
And these silver, they're sterling silver, and they give a real nice ethnic quality to the piece.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And we're stringing on 21 strand beading wire, and that's a really strong wire. It's very fine. It's coated with nylon, so it's smooth and no rough edges, but it's still stiff enough that we can bead it. We don't need a special beading needle at all.
That's great. And we're making a claspless one.
That's exactly what we're doing. Good. I'm glad you caught that. Normally I would add a clasp to one, but this is a little bit of an easier project. Takes a little less time. Really ideal for a beginner.
Good for someone who's just started.
Exactly. And so what we need to do, first of all, is make sure we measure enough of our beading wire. Just be very generous with it. Exactly, because we don't want to stretch it or risk it coming apart if we force it over our head. So I'm going to start here with one of the sea opal beads as our component that comes up in the middle around the back of our neck.
Okay.
Now I have
sort of your center point.
Exactly. I have a sequence of strands here that maybe doesn't make much sense, but what it will do is complement the other side. I'll string the same exact sequence on the other side, and then what we need to do is focus on the Y component, or the tail. So those will come together. I've laid out the alignment that I've chosen, which is actually an asymmetrical finish to this, and it's a double Y tail. You can make it match exactly, but I think it was kind of fun to mix it up. The components gives a little more visual interest.
A little bit different.
Right. So basically, the two tail ends will be strung through both this belayed bead and this beautiful fish-stamped sterling silver Hills Tribe component as well. And then we come down through a combination of spacers and beads until we get to dangle. So this one's just about ready to be finished up.
Okay. You're going to show us how to do the tail?
Exactly. We're going to work with a crimp bead. That's going to finish everything up and hold it all together.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've strung the dangle, and this is going to come up and through this very tiny crimp bead. It's only 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. It sometimes is a little hard to fish it through, but once you get it through, you're going to continue going through both that and at least one other spacer and bead. This is going to hold it real secure.
So make sure it's
and
there
it's
in
tiny,
place.
but I think it's coming. There it comes. Okay, so now what we need is a pair of crimp pliers, and these pliers have 2 holes. The first hole closest to my hand is the one we're going to put over and on top of the crimp, and what we're going to do is when that's in place, we're going to press down firmly. That's going to create a crease in our crimp. Then we come and move it into the first hole, and we'll turn it sideways, and when we press down on that, that's going to push those two together and hold it firmly in place.
Okay.
Right. Now we need to cut off our tail. The excess beading wire is going to be cut just very close to the base of the spacer. But what you want to do is make sure you pull this a little. You can have it dangle, or you can pull it a little bit tighter so it's swinging freely, but it's a little bit closer.
Right.
Then we would string our other components onto the other side and make sure we'll pull it taut.
So you don't have any space.
No slack.
That's great. And then we have our finished product. It's wonderful.
Right.
That seems pretty easy.
It is.
Definitely.
It is very easy.
Now, let's talk a lot about the, I want to talk a little bit about, I should say, about the Y necklace and how it deals, how it goes into fashion and which necklines would be good for.
That's great.
And right here we have this gorgeous teal vest, and we have a coral necklace on it. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's a great example of how Y necklace doesn't have to be big and bold. It can be more of a choker length, and it can be delicate and dainty. And of course, the coral is a nice complement to the teal and the vest.
So it doesn't have to be the exact color.
Exactly, and as you see, it just sits very nicely in the V-neck. It complements the V-neck very beautifully.
So you could just have it a little bit shorter and working in within the neckline. Let's show a different example. This is a longer Y necklace, and you can see what's different with this one is that the color of the stones, the turquoise, is more of a exact match, or it's a little bit closer to the teal color, but yet you still have the silver accents.
Exactly. It's a bit of a bolder piece, but the turquoise actually kind of makes it a little more subtle than it might normally be on a contrasting color, and this is a great example of a single tail Y necklace.
Yes. And that's great. And also, you probably wouldn't wear both of these together. You probably wear one.
No, but there would be an occasion where you might wear two together.
Right, but this color you want to sort of match. And like you said, it's a longer Y necklace, which dangles a little bit lower. But, like you said, we can do something even different, which is more... So maybe something like this.
Right.
That's gorgeous.
That would create a bolder fashion statement. The colors in the stones pick up and complement the coral in the V-neck, and it's nice. It doesn't come across as being really too bold, I don't think.
No, not at all.
And you see that's an example of a Y necklace with multiple strands in the tail.
Right. So you could wear either the longer Y necklace by itself, or you can wear it with the coral necklace, and like you said, it would be good.
Right.
Definitely. And of course, the ones we're wearing.
Right.
Other examples.
Yes, the choker length, and of course, a neat thing to do is to create a complementary pair of earrings like you're wearing with the necklace right there.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And now I think everybody's ready to go home and make their Y necklaces.
Great.
Up next, we take a special look at some of the winners of the Bead Dreams contest, sponsored by Bead and Button magazine. And then, stay tuned for our special guest, bead artist Nancy Lawler, with a demonstration on making lampwork beads. That should be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.